In other words, you're quite sure that every general who serves should not go directly into the defense industry for 10 years. You're not willing to make that same pledge?
I'm not a general, Senator.
Emotional damage.
Opinions vary.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Opinions Varied. It's Opinions with an A. I'm not a general, Senator. That'll be the moment remembered from this hearing. These hearings are generally boring. I'm not going to bore you to death with them. I have a few quick clips, and this is, of course, the hearing of Pete Hegseth for the Department of Defense head. And I'll just get into a few quick clips from a few unhinged Democrats, and I'll comment along the way. They're real fast, so I promise you won't get bored. And we'll hear again from Elizabeth Warren, just to go over that again, because mic drop moment, as I showed you right there. It doesn't get any better than that. And then that's it, really. I mean, this is the first of many. I think Hegseth is an explosive one, potentially. But he will be confirmed, as we hear from Jim Banks at the end. He will be confirmed. He will be. I think who else is going to be interesting? RFK's should be interesting. Maybe Tulsi Gabbard's will be interesting. The other ones, Pam Bondi, maybe. But the other ones, I really don't think there's much to this here. They're all going to get through. I think every single one of them is going to get through, no matter if the hearing is explosive or not. The histrionics put on by the Democrats, it's not going to matter. These people are going to get through. The Republicans control the Senate. And if they don't get through with the Republicans controlling the Senate with 53 seats, there's going to be a reckoning. But I don't think it's going to come to that. So without any further ado, let's go.
Of respecting people, being professional. That is the balance of mind. I'm not a perfect person, as has been acknowledged. Saved by the grace of God, by Jesus and Jenny.
Jenny being his wife.
I'm not a perfect person, but redemption is real. And God forged me in ways that I know I'm prepared for. And I'm honored by the people standing and sitting behind me, and look forward to leading this Pentagon on behalf of the warfighters.
As you said in your statement, do you agree anybody should be able to serve in the military if they meet the standards?
Senator, as the president has stated, I don't disagree with the overturn of Don't Ask, Don't Tell.
Great, because I don't want you thinking, can't serve if you're a mom, can't serve if you're LGBTQ, and then last, can't serve if you're a leftist.
I would say you can't serve if you're a leftist. You're a leftist, you're a communist. Just my opinion.
The statements you said about people who have views differently than you, that we're the enemy, are you saying that 50% of the
She's conflating right there.
DOD, if they hold liberal views or leftist views, or our Democrats are
leftist and Democrat views, or leftist and liberal views, although they are starting to morph into the same thing, are generally not the same thing. Again, she's equivocating and conflating, and no, not the same thing. She's trying to put words in his mouth, not working. This is Kristen Gillibrand of my home state of New York. She's awful.
Not welcome in the military? Are you saying that?
Senator, I volunteered to deploy to Afghanistan under Democrat President Barack Obama. I also volunteered to guard the inauguration of Joe Biden, but was denied the opportunity to serve because I was identified as an extremist by my own unit for a Christian tattoo.
Oh, really? Kristen Gillibrand, did you know that? Bet you didn't.
Cleared.
Tim Kaine, Virginia, Senator. You remember Tim Kaine? Tim Kaine was Hillary Clinton's running mate in 2016, defeated by Donald Trump. He was the vice presidential candidate. First of all, he's another one who looks like he combs his hair with a balloon, number one. I'm having a bad hair day today. I put a hat on. Tim Kaine should have put a hat on, but he didn't. So that aside, Tim Kaine, Hillary Clinton, that was his running mate. Listen to this line of questioning. It's disgusting, number one, and talk about hypocritical and ironic. We'll get into that. Ready?
Can you so casually cheat on a second wife and cheat on the mother of a child that had been born 2 months before, and you tell us you were completely cleared?
Senator,
how is that a complete clear?
Senator, her child's name is Gwendolyn Hope Hegseth, and she's a child.
So Tim Kaine's bringing a 7-year-old child into this argument about Pete Hegseth's personal life. Tim Kaine's talking about marital fidelity. Who did I say Tim Kaine ran with to become vice president? Hillary Clinton. Any issues there with marital fidelity within Hillary's union? Anybody?
God, and she's 7 years old.
And she was, and you cheated on the mother of that child less than 2 months after that daughter was born.
Tim Kaine looks like the clown in the movie Poltergeist that drags Robbie under the bed. Anybody know that in part of that movie? That's who Tim Kaine looks like.
didn't you?
Those were false charges.
Well,
It was
no,
fully investigated, and I was completely clear.
By the way,
Tim Kaine is disgusting. So here we go. This is Jack Reed from Rhode Island. Here comes Jack Reed. And I tell you, know Jack Reed is? Jack Reed is the definition of every politician who is completely out of touch with everyday Americans. That's who Jack Reed is. Here we go.
Could you explain what a jag-off is?
I don't think I need to, sir,
Why not?
because the men and women watching understand.
Well, perhaps some of my colleagues don't understand.
He's like your old, like, great uncle who you just nobody wants around. That's it. That's what he reminds me of.
It would be a JAG officer who puts his or her own priorities in front of the warfighters. Their promotions, their medals, in front of having the backs of those who are making the tough calls on the front lines.
That's called real talk, Jack Reed.
Thank you, Senator Reed.
Interesting.
Thank you, Senator.
Yeah, interesting. Interesting, wasn't it, Jack Reed? That's called actual, like, regular talk, Jack Reed. Have you ever had that, like, a regular conversation with somebody? Probably not. Here's Elizabeth Warren. Here's that whole exchange. It's so good, we'll watch it again.
Quite sure that every general who serves should not go directly into the defense industry for 10 years. You're not willing to make that same pledge?
I'm not a general, Senator.
You'll be the one, let us just be clear, in charge of the generals. So
I got to be honest. I think I would have crawled under the desk if I was all right after that.
you're saying sauce for the goose, but certainly not sauce for the gander.
This is, by the way, Elizabeth Warren, who claimed she was of a different heritage or ethnic background for her whole career, using it to her political advantage. And we found out when Donald Trump called her out, and found out she was completely lying. The fact that Elizabeth Warren gets to sit there and put anything that anybody ever said under scrutiny is really just beyond the pale, is it not?
I would want to see what the policy of the
Oh, I'll
president is.
bet you
Thank
would.
you, Mr.
This is Jim Banks, and he's going to basically say, we're going to get you confirmed. It's going to happen. By the way, if you're still watching, I really appreciate it. Please like, share, and subscribe. Helps me grow this channel. I'm trying to grow it. It's doing great. Every one of my new subscribers, thank you very much. Everybody that's been with me for a while from the beginning, thank you also so much. I really appreciate the support. It means everything. Thank you.
Hegseth, you've conducted yourself very well today. In fact, so well that I believe it's incumbent upon this committee to confirm you ASAP, to get you on the job, to clean up the mess that we have at the Pentagon ongoing at this moment because of the leadership there over the last 4 years that's failed us.
So there's just a little bit of it. It's on and on. It's hours long, but you could watch it. Go on X, search Pete Hegseth, and all the clips will come up, or you'll see it tonight when you watch whatever show you want to watch. But it tends to get boring, and it tends to get annoying, and to hear these questions it's just ridiculous. They're ridiculous questions, most of them. They're not ever questioning about what is he really qualified. He's qualified. If you listen to Pete Hegseth talk, he is cool, calm, collected. His knowledge about the military, the operations is, I mean, it's exemplary. He's outstanding. Everybody has skeletons in their closet, and there's nothing in Pete Hegseth's closet that I don't think is something that is disqualifying to him for this position. I just don't. And if it was a Democrat, I would be saying the same thing. I'm not that person to go, oh, he did this, he's disqualified because he had a personal issue. Most personal issues are not disqualifying for those positions. They're just not. Okay, let's just be honest about it. Don't be a partisan hack. So the whole thing with the Democrats, it was constantly about, oh, you said women shouldn't be in combat. Women shouldn't be in combat. And then they're saying mothers. Big thing he said, mothers shouldn't be in combat. I got to be honest. I don't want mothers in combat. I want mothers who have children to raise, especially young children, to raise those children. That's where I want moms. I don't want somebody who just had a kid, 6 months or 2 years ago, has a little baby at home, to go into combat to get killed. That's how I feel. I don't know. You could feel differently. Put it in the comments. Tell me why you think that would be okay. You're entitled to feel that way. Let me know why you think that's okay. I don't want mothers going into combat and getting killed in combat. I just don't want it to happen. So, whatever. A lot of crazy stuff, but it's gonna get better, I think. We have five plus days now till Donald Trump's inauguration. It feels like it's taken forever. I don't know how you feel, but as Joe Biden just tries to burn the country down on his way out, and he's got 5 days left, and I would get ready for a couple more surprises, pardon-wise especially. Maybe. We'll see. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think I'm going to be wrong. But we'll see. Again, thank you for watching. Put down in the comments what you think about all this. You think everybody gets through that Trump has nominated for these positions? If not, tell me why not. So, again, thank you, and we'll see you next time right here at Opinions Vary.
Opinions vary.